tired of lying, and it's getting plain to see. I done tried hard to deny, but this woman changing me. Might go to the clubs, but I leave kinda early, and I don't drink and drive, but chug and jive, so my woman ain't gotta worry. No, no. See, I can't be playing with her heart or playing with her mind. We ain't getting no younger, can't play with my time. And I know she miss me and can't wait to kiss me. So I might be in by 10 tonight.
You ain't gotta look for me.
I might be in by 10 tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. We're back with another star-studded episode on the Chatterbox with King Jacob. And I am that guy, King Jacob, and we have another splendid guest. She does a lot. She always busy, always got something going on, and let's welcome Miss Earlene Boyd to the Chatterbox. What's going on?
Hey, can you see me well?
I can see you. I can see you.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
So for people who don't know who you are and want to get familiar who you are, I always, give the viewers and the people who gonna play it back. Who is Earlene Boyd?
Okay. Well, um, I I started by just doing outreach things like being out there, helping the kids. I think I was a teenager. I basically started a dance team out in the neighborhood. From there, I started volunteering at the daycares. From there, they asked me, since I was so good in the neighborhood with kids, they wanted me to be one of the coaches. I end up being a coach, never I'm sorry, cheerleading coach. End up being the cheerleading coach and a head coach because something happened to one of the ladies. Um, so after that, I just fell in love with the communities and things like that. So I just start developing things. I had my own cheerleading team. Um, I've been coaching off and on like 3 years for the communities and things like that. Going to games, teaching them and getting them prepared for competitions. So by that being said, the Earlene Boyd Show, what I'm aiming towards is to give back and things like that for the communities. I want to have my nonprofit organization and to have my own building for the kids, and let's just keep them involved in things and keep them out of the streets. So that's where the Earlene Boyd Show come from. I'm just developing and getting my face out there and doing different things. I wear a lot of hats and things like that, but I just want to tell you guys how I started, and then being in childcare, and then also looking into on my own daycare and things like that. Far as me, I started with skits. I started with skits or whatever. And from the skits, I started going into Halloween. Also church girl. So being look at me, oh, church girl, okay. Why are you doing this Halloween stuff? And I was the main character in all the little short skits. They judged me, they talked about me, but they didn't know my story. So I was just working my way up to tell my story by doing and getting my hands involved in everything. So I started doing that. And I went from short skits to a short film movie. That was 2 years ago, and I had my movie premiere, and it's called Halloween Chronicles. So on YouTube, and I have a trailer as well. I developed a cast. I did a casting call, and then we had a movie premiere for that. The movie is based off things that I went through, trauma, going to school, being talked about. Um, I wasn't the boy's biggest crush type stuff.
So,
Going to
so, so let me intervene for a minute.
yes,
So when you say trauma, um, and what type of trauma are we talking about? Are we talking about family trauma? Are we talking about
yes,
domestic violence? Are we talking like so?
that
Let's
and that. We're talking about both of those. Yes.
so let's elaborate on your trauma, and
Okay.
then let's elaborate on how the healing process came in, because
Okay.
it's very important for people to know how your healing process came in. So elaborate on the family trauma first.
Okay. Um, well, in the family, it was a close relative. And I basically lost my virginity to a close relative in the family. That's where that go about me thinking that I was gonna, wait, prepare myself for my husband and things like that. That didn't happen. So I used to be so disgusted with myself. I didn't want to live. I used to try to kill myself numerous of times in different ways. More so trying to overdose, just taking whatever pill that I find, out running the streets. I just didn't know who I was. I didn't find my identity. I didn't know.
Okay.
Um, but it was one relationship that saved me when I was 18. And I started the healing process there. And after that, that's when I got involved with the activities and stuff like that.
Okay. So would you like I've been following your social media, and I read the brief bio you sent me and whatnot, and so with you facing all the trauma and all the challenges, and with you, one time that you didn't really understand how spiritually connected that you would become, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at that time, you asked God why, you know, why God didn't protect you and things of that nature. So to overcome those questions and overcome those battles, um, how do you approach younger women that's going into their womanhood who have faced these challenges as well? What are some of those conversations like? And when you have those conversations, do you have to brace yourself? Cause does it take you back to that mindset where sometimes you can't talk about it? Sometimes you get emotional.
Yes. And honestly, I have to say that this is the first time I'm actually talking about it publicly. A lot of people who I am, even close people that's in my circle, don't know, just a very select few. They
Hmm.
don't know what happened to me. And by that being said, they're clueless. They're just like, okay, this lady right here, she's interesting. She knows God, she's wild, she's crazy, she's up not, she's just something else. But that's the outside.
Hmm.
Just like it's the reflection of the inner me. I'm trying to get that child, the inner child, delivered and set free. I have flashbacks. Me in relationships. I can't, like, if I'm in a bed and I'm in a relationship and it's dark, you turn the light off. I used to just freak out and scream. I used to just see that man, you know. And
Hmm.
there are places where it's like I can't travel. Like when someone's in the army or they're a veteran in fireworks and they go like that.
Right.
I act like I was in the army. I'm just like them. I'm hiding. I'm ducking under the table. I'm
So,
like, because I used to get
so,
beat on as well too.
oh, okay. So, you,
Yeah.
when you say you used to get beat on, are we talking about a uh, domestic violence relationship? Or is that what we're talking about?
No, we're talking about the relative in that same situation, but it was the
Okay.
trauma and then it was the abuse as well.
The abuse. So, overcoming trauma and abuse, physical abuse as well. Um,
Yes.
how did you kind of hide it from a lot of people for a long time?
I did. And
Okay.
more so, I was in the shelter. I would not disclose this information, but the name of it, I mean, the organization, but it was a shelter that was supposed to help women like me.
Hmm.
And I'm in a shelter and they just, so, they know your story. They have the whole outline, they have the paperwork, but this one staff lady went and just started telling all the people in the shelter our business. And after that, I just couldn't trust anybody. Even like when it came to ministry, and I don't have nothing against ministry, but I've been church hurt as well. I would not go and get up and I'm just saying right now, where I was, I would not go and get up and tell my testimony. So this is I'm just tiptoeing around it, and I'm developing things through this book. The book will tell it all, but this movie that I have, it's just a little glimpse, a little sneak peek to an eye-catching thing, but
Hmm.
it's not showing everything. But the book is going to be everything in it. So it's like I'm just going around about it to see how I can ease it out there.
Okay. Okay. So you've overcame a lot. You came out your shell, and for you to say this is your first time saying it publicly, I feel
Yeah,
honored. I definitely appreciate you and trusting me, through the interview process to kind of
yeah,
really ask you some really personalized questions. And, I appreciate you growing this awareness. And
yeah.
and so when it comes to family, we all, you know, think that family is more of the vessels that God sent us. They're supposed to love us. So when you're talking about a family crisis, family trauma, things of that nature. So once your family found out what was going on with you and what happened to you, did they embrace you and try to help you, or did they deny you?
At first, it was mind blowing. My mom, she didn't really know, or she didn't believe it, but one day she just stayed up, didn't go to sleep, and she woke up and something was about to happen, and she told me to go to bed. And I woke up in the morning. Me and my sisters went to school, and that's when we were, because I went all the way up. This has been happening since I was a minor. I think 15 on up till I was in high school, whatever. Um, I saw some lady, and I didn't know who she was, and I saw my mother. So like she basically believed what was told to her type thing. And she picked all of us up. She snuck and got us and protected us
Wow.
because he was abusive. He was abusive to her. He was abusive to me. My sisters, it's four of us. I'm just telling my side type thing. It's more to the story, I can say. Like it's just a lot. And if I really will open up and really tell the whole story and how it went about, you'll be like, wow. And these young women, and they going through these. I can't believe you managed to make it out of that and have your right mind. Because till this day, I'm seeing a therapist. Till
Right.
this day,
So we're talking about mental abuse, emotional abuse,
yes,
um, sexual abuse,
yes,
spiritual abuse,
yes.
and damaging to a family legacy. And so when you first discovered that you need to may go talk to somebody, how was it hard for you to open up to the therapist?
At first, it was recommended, but I rejected it because sometimes when you try to open up to a situation, you start replaying what happened to you. And it's like you're sitting here and somebody's talking to you, but you're not there. You're zoned out and you're out of it. And you're just thinking about all these crazy things that happen. And it's like, it really makes you feel like and question God and like, why? Why did you allow this to happen to me? Why am I still here? It been numbers of times I would go outside and run outside and I ask God to take me. I just want to be with you. I don't understand why I'm here because I have flashbacks. You know, I don't know how to be a good friend. I don't know how to be a good girlfriend. I like I'm looking at myself, my reflection, and it's because it's what's in me, and I haven't got set free, of some things and things like that, you know, to cover it all. Sometimes I could be a hard person to get along with because of what happened to me. So it's like a scar, it's not gonna go away, I had forgave him, but far as me and I'm going to places I don't know and I'm traveling and I'm just scared out of my mind. I'm thinking somebody's going to attack me because I've been abused, I've been beat on, had black eyes, all kind of stuff. Busted lip, just just all kind of ways you can just whip somebody with drop cords, water hole, all kind of stuff. We go to places like my head is down. We haven't had a childhood.
Mm.
That's when I became a party animal. Growing up in my teenage years, it's like I was battling, trying to find God, but I was trying to enjoy and catch up because I never experienced anything. I never experienced playing and going to a friend's house, and having sleepovers. I
Mm-hmm.
never experienced, we had toys, we had great Christmases. Don't let me get that wrong. But far as being out in the world, I was shut down. Then it was a time and a season in my life where I just went wow because I was free. And that wasn't the route to go. But you know, and I just felt like God was putting people in my place to help me because I had no direction. Me and my mom, it was a point where it was a time where we were not getting along. We were always arguing. I thought that she hated me because she didn't understand me. And I'm
Mm.
emotional. I'm fighting with all my sisters because nobody understood me. They're just like, and I've been hearing this. My father would tell me as a child, even young, like, who is your daddy? Like, you don't look like me. Like, you don't look like you belong in this family. I've been hearing that for years. I felt like I never been accepted. And then that happened to me. So it's like it's just it's a scar, and you ask me a question, what would I tell someone that's going through things, relationship or whatever they're going through the trauma? I would tell them find any kind of way that you can cope with it. And that's one thing my therapist taught me. And also there are places where you don't have to spend so much money. Um, it's hotlines or they can hook you with people and you can get it for free. It depends on what kind of trauma you got. They got sexual trauma services and you can go and do it for like I think 9 months or something like that. And if they feel like you still need it, you can, do it. But I would just tell them find ways to cope with things. Mines were with kids because I didn't have a childhood. That's where the daycare went, me volunteering and doing this stuff in the summer with kids. And then it just really made me sad because I'm at the age of 33 and I don't have any. I had two miscarriages. And I'm like, okay, God, I don't want to be 40, ain't got no kids, but what's happening type stuff. But it's like, that's how I would cope. Or babysitting, have a baby, whatever. What else I would cope, whatever. Church. The word, singing, I write, I do music, I'm an artist as well. That's things I do to go and cope.
Okay, okay, okay. And I didn't mean to get off target. We're talking about you as a film, a script writer, film producer, and a singer and stuff like that. But I got to know where you come from to know where you're going. That's definitely a part of me understanding who you are, and
Yeah.
and so I really appreciate you sharing your story because most people don't want to share this on a live interview. Most people want people just to know who they are for now. But you've been through a lot of different things, but you still stand strong. So you got breath in your body, you got life, health, and strength, and God is definitely gonna continue to bless you. And so I can appreciate you being a warrior for sure.
Thank
So
you.
let's talk about you as an artist.
Okay.
Uh, what type of artist are you, and what drove you to be this type of artist?
Well, I can honestly say my granddaddy, he passed away. He was in a blues group. He used to sing and he was fire. He used to us. I used to be so happy because that was our getaway spot. We would go to Prosperity with my grandma, my granddaddy, and he would pull out his guitar and he would sing and he would teach us. And
Oh,
I'm
so hold on, back up. You say you go to Prosperity, right?
huh?
You
Prosperity, that's where my family, yeah, my grandma,
okay?
granddaddy.
So I'm familiar with the area, very familiar with the area.
Okay.
Because I'm from Saluda, South Carolina, so I'm familiar with the Newberry and Prosperity area.
Mm-hmm.
So, so when you say, you know, your grandfather, so what's your bloodline over there in the Prosperity area?
Lord, it's a good bit. I'm a Boyd. I think we have some Gallmans.
Okay, I know exactly who your family is. Maurice, Greg, Tasha, all boys, Chris Gallman, Kimmy Gallman. Yeah, I know exactly who your family. It's a small world.
Wow. Yes, it is.
It's a very small world. Kimmy has kids by my cousin Tyrone, so I'm definitely familiar. The Gallmans, the boys, and so small world.
You got to know my grandma then. You know Janie Boyd.
I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do.
I love her. She's something else.
Yes, yes. It's funny, I seen that last name. I said, man, she is probably kin to Greg Boyd, Maurice Boyd, and Tasha Boyd. Because that's their neck of the woods, their
Yes.
Prosperity area. You know what I mean? They grew
Hmm.
up here with us in Saluda, but that's where they're originally from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I can appreciate now. Now I know where you get that musical talent from. So like I take it that you are a singer, right?
Yes. And it's inspirational music. I don't think I wrote anything else. Probably some love songs, but I haven't released that any of that out yet. It's just more so inspirational music. I actually have a music video that I did, and it's called look, you got my mind gone. I'm trying to think what's the name of the song.
Mm.
What is the name of the song? It's called Make a Way by Inez. And Inez is my middle name. Um, that's my artist name I go by. And it's
Inez,
by
okay.
Eloquent Sounds. The produce is produced by Eloquent Sounds. So if you look up Eloquent Sounds and Inez, you'll see all of my tracks. People I put on in the studio and have featured on my tracks and things like that as well. And I'm a
Okay.
feature artist as well.
Okay. So how long have you been taking your music career seriously?
I have been doing music for years, honestly, but it's been off and on because I kind of made it like a hobby. I'm not really, um, how you say it? I don't really say like, oh, I want to go and be like this person and my music go far and this and that. I really just have it to touch somebody out in the world. That's where I'm at with the music. So I'm just, but also I sing in church, lead songs and everything. So it's like it's just something else I just love to do, and that's another coping skill for me. But
Okay.
I'm not really taking it serious. That's why nobody really know about it.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you should because there's a lot of people that use music for therapy, and music is very therapeutic. And so you can definitely reach somebody, and definitely help somebody when they're going through. So you break through what you go through for sure.
Mhm.
You,
Yes.
you, you know, so
I'm gonna send you that video so you can listen to it. I actually did a music video to that that talks a little bit about it. But you let go, you let people critique your music and things like that and see what they think about it. They was like, it's good, but I felt like it ended too soon. I wanted to hear more. So it's
But
like, okay, and this was a stranger. I said, oh, okay.
right. And so tell me about the talk show. Cause I'm I'm interested in hearing about the talk show, how you got that started, and and I'm interested in hearing you know about sipping tea with Lady E. You know what I mean? So you know, yeah.
Yes, that is the foundation of it all is the Earlene Boyd Show. That was first, okay. But under the belt is Tea Talk Field. That was first. And then after Tea Talk Field was Tea Diaries, which is our podcast. But Tea Talk Field, I came up with that. Let me tell you, you're gonna laugh because I love tea for one. Okay.
Okay, okay.
And then I just used to play and I used to say, oh my gosh, every time I do a video or something, sip on that. And then I'm just out in nature, coping and just thinking about life. And I'm always like, I love mugs and things like that. So I just always used to put up topics or people would hit me up and ask me a question, what I felt about something, because I was a person to talk to. Somebody would always have me in the middle of being a mediator of relationships and things like that. So I put tea together and I'm like, okay, I'm always talking. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give them something so they can feel whatever. I also did a little spin to it where I love to be spiritually and fill you up and fill your cup up with knowledge and things like that because I am somebody, a victim that been through abuse and things like that. So that's what that went about. I started doing topic of the day. I started doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday songs and putting it on there, and why this is Monday and putting little names or whatever, kickback Wednesdays and things like that, just to give them more and attract them and things like that. But far as Tea Talk Field, I just love talking to people. I'm a good person and I also host and do events and things like that. So when that came about, I said, okay, this about to be a talk show, but it about to be different. But with Tea Talk Field, I developed merchandise. I started making handmade candles. I don't have a machine. I make them by hand. The scents and stuff as well. And I love, I love wine as well. I will have inspirational things on the mugs, and then I have my catchphrase, sip on that, or tea
Hmm.
talk field when I have different things on a wine glass and I would sell, do vendor tables and things like that. But the whole setup, Beethoven, classical music in the back, sitting and drinking tea. I had a whole sip on that experience slash a brunch I did last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. Doing so many events, and it was just great. It was presented by Tea Talk Field and things like that. And everybody, everywhere I went, and I rock my shirts, it's like something there. They be like, "Hey, tell me about this." It will attract people and stuff like that. But I just like to pour into people, talk, talk about things. And then I came up with the podcast, and it was Monday through Friday. First, I started at 7 in the morning, but my schedule changed, and I used to do it 7 p.m. Everybody would just tune in and just listen. And it was just whatever would come to me when I feel like somebody's going through or something's going on in the world, and it will be touching somebody. It will touch
Hmm.
somebody and they will just tune in and listen to it.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds great. Um, so with your show, this is live taping.
Which show? The Earlene Boyd
Um,
Show or the Tea Talk Field?
yes, yeah, the Early Boy Show.
Okay, you said this is live taping.
Yes.
It depends. More so, I started that way, but I end up doing a different route. That's where I started doing movies and the skits and things like that. Because I basically started with a talk show. I had a big talk show slash fashion show. So I'm trying, I'm trying to aim towards a talk show. Have like basically uh Oprah Winfrey or
Hmm.
Ricky Lake type stuff. I am aiming towards that, and I really want to have it. local here in South Carolina. So that's basically what this whole thing about. I really want a talk show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm aiming towards that.
Okay. Okay. And so if somebody wanted to be on your talk show or your podcast, how do they go about doing that?
Yes, yeah, I've been doing that. But I've been doing that through T Talk Field or whatever like that. I had interviews and things like that. They would email me or they would contact my business line, and I would set up an interview for them. And I would pick a destination and we would meet up and I would get to know them. I started targeting the small business owners. That's where that went about. And I had a talk show out on the lake. We was on the boat and I had different organizations and businesses on the boat. And I would do interview some people. I had a modeling agency and things like that. And then another spot was the lake restaurant, things like that. So I just picked, or I will pop up to your event. I used to go and interview artists, pop up to their event, help them out, whatever. And if I'm seeing somebody got something going on, I would just pop up with I got my microphone. I said, I ain't gonna do it today. But yeah, I said, let me put it to the side. But I will just show up and then I will either go stream live with my podcast and I would just interview them and what they got going on, even these local artists out here.
Okay. So
Anybody that's trying to be the change for the community, I can pop up or we can schedule a place and I can interview you there.
what about the people outside of South Carolina, like in Cali and New York, that want to interview with you? Can that still happen?
That sure can. I also went and used to do the Instagram live. I actually had a lady that stayed in Alabama. She do
Okay.
pageants and things like that. That was the first one that was at a state. I interviewed her and I did it on that platform, Instagram.
Okay. 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 So I'll be sending you a few people and whatnot,
Okay.
and just to show you some love and whatnot. So with
That's
that being said, let's talk about you in the film business and why you became a script writer, a screenwriter, a film producer, a casting director, and what drives you to want to put together, uh, uh, you know, epic films, and how are you driven to help people, everyday people, get on the big screen?
what drove me into it. I love just being me. People would pour into me and tell me how I am. And girl, I'm telling you, if this so and so person saw you, oh my gosh, if this so and so person saw you, like I have personality. That's one.
Hmm.
Two, I just love just being me. I'll just be silly. I'll be with my homegirls and I'll say something. They laughing so much, they stomach hurt, they falling on the floor. It's like I'm just a different type of person. So going forward, who inspired me was my oldest sister. She was actually into drama. I learned a lot from her and things like that. Um, Her kids, that was the start of it. I used to use them. You got to start somewhere. Helping me doing skits and stuff, working my way up. And what else? What inspired me? And what was the other question you said? It was a lot.
How are you driven to help everyday people who always dream about acting and being on a set? You give them a chance, and
Yeah.
so with you giving them a chance, how that how does that drive you to even want to do more?
Yes, this movie within itself, the reflection of the enemy. Like just because I got delivered from something, I've been through something. Oh, they call me when they look at me. They go to church, girl. We can't curse around her type stuff. Like I'm not human. Um, I don't just target the church people. I like to go, like let's say it could be a prostitute that I may know. It could be somebody that's on drug. It could be any person or some. Let's say somebody just not living that lifestyle or whatever. I will have anybody involved. That's me. But this movie, I had just picked different people. I see people that's struggling. I see people that's unnoticed. But a lot of people think, okay, this story is about Earlene. Um, they don't know the meaning of what I'm doing. I'm trying to touch them and set them free at the same time. So it's like ministry is involved too. At my set yesterday, we was at the lake. It was phenomenal. I even had an artist. They was shaking and everything out. They dance routine and stuff. I was joking like, oh Lord, Lord, but I didn't judge them because just like that artist, she is trying to get somewhere. She said she wanted to get into acting. I didn't know that. You never know what a person go through. You never know what when it's a person time and they want to do something. I have so many people from different states trying to hit me up. I don't know any of these people. I have
Mm-hmm.
some people from New Jersey. I have people from New York. I have people from Charlotte. I have people from California. Like, and they're just trying to be extras. And I explain it because I'm just coming up and this industry or whatever. Right now, it's not, any payment, just volunteer, this and that. And they're very dedicated. I have somebody from Baltimore that I just got, and they were like, I'm willing to travel. And I actually got some people over where you at. They're willing to come, and to be a part of this vision. That's why I say I know, I pray first and all that, but I know it's God because these people too, through this movie, through the script, you don't know who I'm going to touch.
That's
And
right.
these
That's
people
right.
still hitting me up through my email. People, when I ask them where you from again, this is just for an extra. They don't care. They don't care at all. It's boxers I have in a movie that's coming up, that's trying to be somewhere. There's different scenes I can tell you about. Like today, I just saw the security guard, and then I said, "Hey, you do security?" We started talking about the movie. He just texted me, said, "Hey, I'm interested. I come from out of town, and I show up when you need me." So you just don't know who. I don't have a target audience. It's not just for church. It's just for anybody because you don't know who needs it.
People
And
like opportunity. People like
when they see this movie.
opportunity. People like to showcase their talent,
Hmm.
and people like when somebody can give them the opportunity. But when that person is a down to earth, a spiritual person, a
Hmm.
person who they feel like they can build a business relationship with, and
Hmm.
a person that love people. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because a lot of people that we meet in the world don't love people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So when you get a genuine person that
Hmm.
love people and want to see people do well in life, and people don't mind. People know they have to get their foot in the door somehow. And so
Right.
with understanding that, that's why you get the type of love that you get, with extras and people want to know when your next casting calls and all the above. So, I salute you for that. So,
Also, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I'm an acting teacher. This was new. I've been doing it for a couple months now.
uh,
So
uh,
I actually teach at the agency downtown, Bella Modeling Agency. Um,
I'm very familiar with Donna.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm the acting teacher.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Um,
Yes.
so so with so with that being said, tell me more about this movie.
Okay.
Because I think you said, uh, what was it called again? But
It, the
I know it was
reflection,
right. Reflect
the
keyword
reflection of the inner me, the inner enemy.
the reflection of the inner me, the inner enemy. Wow.
Yes.
That
I have a song. I have a songwriter that hit me up. She got an artist and she got the whole concept of the movie. So we actually about to get that produced. I heard the song is phenomenal, and it's gonna be the like it's gonna be in the movie scenes, at the
so
end of the movie. It's gonna be the whole motto of the movie.
so I will tell you this. I also work for Exquisite PR firm. So I used to work for a PR firm, and we represent Big V from the Platinum Group, the Nappy Roots. So
Oh, wow.
we'll we'll definitely talk, offline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but with you, like that's a very interesting topic. And I know the scenes are going to be all type of twists and turns and curveballs and just to write something like that. and just to have a sequel. But it kind of sounds like to me, um, it kind of sounds like it needs to be a whole TV series. Like
And that was
like like
spoken. It's
like
like you
like
confirmed a lot of stuff. You confirmed the singing thing, and now you confirming this because I've worked with the first. I had went through two cameramans, but I love Larry. Shout out Larry, the camera guy. I love him. He helped me with the last film, but I had another person, and he was great too. But he was getting busy. But he said, "Why won't you do a show?" And then my other camera guy said, "Do a show." And everybody's trying to get me to get into the play, to do a play. I'm like, I'm working my
that
way up.
too,
I do want to do a play.
that too,
I do.
that too. I was just looking on my TikTok and I seen my homeboy. He's been doing a lot of plays. Which is shout out to my man Dave Tyler from the Platinum Group Men at Large. So I have a lot of celebrity friends. So I can definitely plug you in, and you know, and these guys be looking for new people to connect with. So and Hollywood is tired of the old blood, cause people like Denzel and Samuel Jackson, Tom Hanks, all them ready to retire now. They they
Mm.
they really don't want to make movies no more. So Hollywood, between Paramount and Sony Pictures and Warner Brothers Pictures and Lionsgate Films, they really looking for those new script writers, screenwriters, and new film producers, those new casting directors. So you're definitely in a very 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 good lane. And I just want to say the how I got connected with you is I seen Portia, sharing your posts, and I
Oh
said,
my goodness, Portia has many surprises. I love
yeah,
that lady. Did she
yeah.
tell you how we met?
No, I actually haven't talked to her. So once I read the post, I just instantly went into your messenger and hit you up and just see
Wow.
if you was interested in coming on the show.
I was broke, busted, and disgusted working at Denny's. I told Portia I'm about to put that scene in the movie. I was going through getting kicked out the house. That I had no direction. Just living with people, and I just couldn't get along with my family. It was a time, and I was just working at Denny's, and I don't know how I looked, but I was messed up. And Portia came, and she had the church where they, and she just started talking to me and ministering to me, and we out in the parking lot, and I said, "I love your shoes. She has some beautiful high heels on." She took her shoes off her feet and gave them to me, not know what shifting was going to take place of what I was walking in, and she kept praying for me, and she never lost contact.
Yeah,
That's
she's a phenomenal person. Yeah, she's pretty dope person. So that's how me and you are connected. To be honest with you, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying. So I seen her sharing your post. She was talking about the movie, talking about some great things you was doing. I said, well, let me go ahead and message her and see if she would want to come on the platform and talk with me. But you have came on the platform and talked about way more than you being a talent in the film world and the singing world. You really dropped some jewels about your life, and so I can definitely appreciate who you are and what God is about to do for you in your life. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
I can tell you all that you went through. You know, it's been rough for you, but just always remember this: it's lessons and your blessings. So God is about to bless you, and the lessons that you already learned. That's why your blessings are gonna come, and they're gonna keep
Don't
flowing.
make me cry now.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah,
don't want to do that on the video.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the jewels, and
I'm
and
receiving it.
as a as a young boy said, OG drop some game on him. That's all. That's all. That's all. So I look forward to seeing you blossom. I look forward to building a relationship with you, a business relationship, and I look forward to doing some voiceover work for you, cause I do voiceover work as well. You know what I mean? Cause it ain't too many people that sound like Barry White in the industry. So yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So
Absolutely. This
yeah,
was great. And this
No
needed
doubt.
to be talked about. I actually feel a lot better because I've been holding on to that story and still haven't really told it to anybody. And a lot of people don't know. And if they watch this and somebody that know me, they're gonna be like, "Wow, that happened to her." Because they see is outside. They see how happy I be. They just they some people be like, "That girl crazy." Oh, she's just so excited, and they don't know because God pulled me out and pulled me through. And I could have took in my life, but every time I tried it, God will send an angel.
Yes, he had a better plan and a bigger purpose for you. So, you know, the blessings come in the darkest hour, and
Mm,
so and it may be dim now, but when that light shine, can't no human, no man turn it off. And
come on.
so what God has for you is for you. So I just ask you to stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay prayed up, and inspire others as God is inspiring you. That's all.
Thank you so much. Because you know one thing, when you doing something, because the devil thought he had you, oh, he likes to just really every time I have an event or something, he really likes to just agitate me. And he just really thought I was his daughter, but I don't belong to him. And I try to show him all the time.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The devil be busy. So, but
Hmm.
with but with that being said, we're about out of time. So I want
Right.
you to tell people how they can connect with you, how they can follow you, and if there's any other events, casting calls, any runway shows that you may have coming up. If you can drop those jewels and drop that knowledge on the people, so they can continue to be in contact with you.
Okay. Well, you can follow me on Facebook. It's Earlene Boyd, Earlene Boyd, Boyd. I think I'm wearing I look like a different person, but whole face beat and everything, and that is me. I have an orange jacket on. You can follow me on Instagram at Earlene, what is it? Earlene33 at gmail.com or something. Not Gmail, what I'm saying. Instagram. I don't really be on Instagram like that. I gotta do better, but I think that's my Instagram. And I'm on TikTok as well. I don't know if you guys do that. I my
Is the TikTok Earlene Boyd as well?
Yes, I think it's boy 075, something like that. I changed, I be forgetting my codes and stuff. And www.theearlingboyshow.com. My website is being revamped. I done tried to do it 2 times, so but I'm just putting that out there because I'm working on it right now. Also, Something Fashion Week is in August. I will be the host. I host all Donna events, all her fashion shows,
So
and I
so
also will have
so
my table there.
if you know
Sir,
Donna, you know my homegirl Tia as well.
Tia,
Yeah,
I think I know of her.
yeah,
Me and Donna just very close, but yeah, I
yeah.
know a good
Tia,
bit of her people.
Tia and
Hmm.
Don, Tia and Donna been best friends for years, about 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the one with the twins?
Yes.
She a twin. I mean, yep. And she got
Yeah.
married. One of them got married.
Yes.
Okay, yep. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, y'all go out and follow her, man, and keep.
And to the ladies, I'm working on events because I am stepping into ministry. I'm having a lady shut in. I'm looking at the month of November. I already putting things. I got ticket sales. It's gonna be a shut in. Leave your phones at the door and pick up a journal and let's start writing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So one more question before we get out of here. I would like to say this right here. You need a publicist.
Okay.
You need a publicist badly. You got 2001 things going on, and but 24 hours in a day. Yeah, yeah.
I
You
do
need.
take a break from certain stuff though, just to do important.
And, and I tell people this all the time. I say, man, people always say, well, man, I don't know if it's in the budget. Make it be in the budget.
Exactly.
This is what you need to go to the next level. So
Hmm.
me and you'll be talking for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for recommending that.
Yes. So I want to thank you for coming on. It's been wonderful. It's been very eye opening. You shared a lot. You gave a lot. You grew some awareness, and you just kept it all the way for real. And
Yes.
so I can and I definitely appreciate that. And so until the next time, I want you to stay blessed and keep it moving and grooving. And
Yes.
I am King Jacob. This is Lady E. And peace, love, and blessings. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.